What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. Mike.
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting wardrobe? Y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was supposed to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Van Zandt's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have some blue thongs or blue, Joshua or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Well, hello. What up? All of that good stuff. Slowly but surely, this good voice is trying to come back. It's trying. It's doing the best it can. But it is trying to come back slowly but surely. How is everyone today? On this good Tuesday, I hope and pray that everyone's doing well. I hope and I pray that everyone is doing well. And with that being said, let me say hello to everyone as y'all come in. Now, I did put a notification in the new members only chat. Let me know if y'all got that, if y'all saw that in the new members only chat. In the new members only chat, I did put in there that I was live with the link. So hopefully y'all saw that in the new members only chat. Let me say hey to y'all. Look at Paul. What? Y'all know why Paul be on time now? It's not that. See what? Let me tell y'all what Paul does now. Instead of Paul sending Trade back home, Paul lets Trade later and lay up with him, and they watch together. And I'm glad, Paul. Tell Trade laying next to you. I said, "Why you don't have to tell him? Hey, Trade. I'm glad you ain't sending him home no more, Paul. So you could be to class on time." I'm just saying. Trey need to hear what I got to say too. Hey, Quake. Tracy W is here. What's going on, my love? Universal Goddess is here. Now, Universal Goddess, you did get into the new members only chat, right? I think you got in. I think you got in. DPG is here. Hey, Diamond Pearl Jim, what's going on, my love? Demetria, how are you, sweetheart? Antonia, what's going on? Harold, hey. What's going on, sir? Xavier, how are you doing today, my love? Nobody was knocking this throat down. I had a whole conference that I was in charge of. There's like over 3,000 people there. And I was running the whole thing. And it was like 5 days and like, Jesus God. It was 5 days and a lot of people. And my voice got extended. I was getting like 2 hours of sleep, 2 hours a night of sleep. So my body is like, sir, lay your ass down. And I ain't laid down yet. Child. Okay, you in there? Okay, everybody got everybody got notification. Good. Okay. Complex 613, what's good, my love? How are you? Montrez, what's good, bruh? What is going on? Y'all notice? Hey, Samira. Now, y'all know how they always asking for the salt and pepper people down to the members only chat. And I put some in there, and I'm the only one that put something in there. Ain't nobody put nothing in there. As much as they be talking about they want all of this seasoned meat, and we put the seasoning in there. Nobody in there. I ain't gonna put nothing in there. I'm gonna hang out in the Rummy My Cooch or Rummy My Coins channel where all of the cooter is gonna be. That's what I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. Hey, Sharice, what's going on, my love? How are you today? Sharice, you all right over there? I know you over there. Aren't you over there in SoCal? You all right over there? I did see your Wakanda forever. Look at Antonio talking about let me go see. Oh my God. See what I'm oh God. Anyway, we're gonna have some more fun down to the members only chat. We are certainly gonna have some fun with all of our channels. Y'all we'll talk over that. Y'all tell me what new channels to make over down to the members only chat so we can continue to have more fun. Anyway. Programming note. Am I feeling better? I'm not feeling bad. I just lost my voice. I had to overextend my voice this past weekend, so I'm really not feeling bad. It's just that my voice just got I overextended my voice with that conference and so it's just taking some time. It's going to take me a few days for it to get back. But thank you for asking. And how are you, V Carter? I did not see that. I did not see that, Chimera. I did not see that. Interesting. You okay over there? Good. You okay over there, Sharice? Good. Okay. Listen, Tracy, if you can do, if you can do, um, if you can do Instagram, Discord is real easy. Look at Antonia. Now she got to put provisos on her salt and pepper. Y'all put what y'all want in there. I'm just here to host, okay? Anyway, we got a dossier to get through today. We'll reserve the members only chat stuff to the members only chat. But programming note, we will have a red, blue, and black tonight. So look for that between me and Cam's. I'll set that up when we get off of here. You say you fine over there? Long hours, year in, work at the job. Yeah, I know how that is. Hey, crazy homebody girl. You watching from the bushes, they getting on your nerves, or they be getting on my nerves too. Hey, Ronald. Now, y'all know Ronald. Y'all know why Ronald late. Ronald, you need to learn from Paul. Paul has his trade watch watch the live with him, so that way he don't have to be late to class. You be steady trying to send trade home. What you got to do is learn from Paul and let him lay up in bed with you until the live is over, and then you can send him home after the live. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, I don't know what Quake talking about. That must be something from the chat. Hey Angela, you been skipping my class. Where the hell you been? Cause you been skipping my class. Oh, you don't mess with trade. Oh, I forgot. You told us you don't mess with trade. You are the trade. Okay, I'm sorry. You. But Angela, you been missing my class. Just saying. Hey, Green Girl. Y'all ready to get this party started? We have a whole dossier over here to get through. And we need not tarry. We need not tarry. We might as well get down to the business of what's going on today. You got in, Candace? Good. I'm glad you got in. But we be having fun over there. Hey, Sweet Pea, what's going on, my love? If you ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat and let me know. Put a Shondo in the chat and let me know that you ready to get this party started. I don't even know what security y'all talking about. I don't know what security. I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. My work schedule has me working during class, but I'm here today. Oh, okay. Okay. Ronald said he liking Discord. Okay, Harold. Ronald said he is the trade. He don't be laid up with trade. He says, I am the trade. I ain't mad at it. Cha. Ooh. Anyway, I see my Shondos in the chat. That means we're ready to go. Larry, the people are ready. The people are ready, Larry. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So, top story of the day, really not the top of the story in the news. Let me just say that all of our major political news we'll cover on Red, Blue, and Black. So be here tonight at 8:30 for Red, Blue, and Black. We'll cover Hegseth. We'll cover the Jack Smith stuff. We'll cover a lot of stuff with the California fires. All of that'll be on Red, Blue, and Black. But we'll cover some of the lighter political news here in our Sugar Spike segment today. So in our first Sugar Spike story, major Sugar Spike emoji. I gotta, you know what? That might be, we may need to come up with some ideas for emojis. But like I told y'all, the problem with emojis is we only get a limited amount. So when we make a new emoji, one of our old emojis has to go away. That's the problem. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Hey, Tarsha. Where you been? You sure is late to class, but we're glad to have you anyway. If Michelle Obama says she ain't going, she'll have that type of time. Michelle says she is not going. According to the Associated Press, former First Lady Michelle Obama will skip the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump, the second time in 2 weeks that she is not attending a gathering of former U.S. leaders and their spouses. But former Presidents Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton will be there. Laura Bush and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will join their husbands for the January 20th swearing-in ceremony at the Capitol, representatives said. Quote, former President Barack Obama is confirmed to attend the 60th inaugural ceremonies. Former First Lady Michelle Obama will not attend the upcoming inauguration, end of quote. And that's a statement from the office of Barack and Michelle Obama that was shared with the Associated Press. No explanation was given for why Michelle Obama is skipping Trump's inauguration. She also did not attend former President Jimmy Carter's state funeral in Washington last week. Former Presidents Trump, Obama, Bush, and Clinton and their spouses attended, except for her. Bill Clinton will attend Trump's swearing-in ceremony. A person familiar with the former president's schedule confirmed for the AP. Hillary Clinton will also attend, according to the same spokesperson. The office of George W. Bush said he and former First Lady Laura Bush are also attending. Michelle Obama was the only spouse absent at last week's funeral service at Washington National Cathedral, where her husband and Trump were seated next to each other and chatted and laughed like old friends, despite the history of political animosity between the Democratic former president and the returning Republican. Mm, mm, mm. Listen, it's supposed to be raining cats. It's supposed to be raining cats and dogs last week. Michelle said, listen, a bitch just can't with this man. The woman said, a bitch just can't. I'm not going out there and trying to put on a happy face and act like I like what's going on and get my hair wet. It's supposed to be raining cats and dogs. I'm not messing up my motherfucking hair for this man. Fuck you and fuck your life. I ain't got to go. Hell, Melania don't want to go. Y'all worry about Michelle. Why y'all ain't worried about what the fuck Melania got going on? Because that whore ain't been that shit. But y'all ain't got a fuck thing to say to that bitch. Michelle, girl, we're with you. We'll be sitting on the couch watching Martin Luther King Day festivities and stuff. We'll be at a parade or something, a Martin Luther King parade, a ceremony or something. But what we won't be doing is being down to that goddamn inauguration. I'm just saying. Sweet Pea say she lived there and she ain't even going. It's a hell nah. It's a hell to the motherfucker nah. Hell to the nah. To the nah motherfucker nah. Just saying. Child. Michelle says she don't have that type of time. I'm just saying. Child, I saw how Mike Pence's wife looked at him. Baby, he tried to go over there and speak to her. Baby, the way that woman looked at him like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck away from me before I fuck you up. I was here for Mike Pence's wife. I was here for her. Was. I sure was here for her. I was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, God. I was here for it. Was. I'm just saying. I saw that. A mess. Just a mess. Candace say she lived there too, and she ain't going. She say she gonna be on watching YouTube and reading books. Hey, Cams. Listen, Demetria, when I tell you, I hope it's freezing cold rain and sleet in heavy amounts. All of it. All of it. Hmm. I want the sleet. I want the black ice. I want it all. Ronald say, Mother Pitts, don't play around. Mm-mm. Hey, Culture Love. Sure. Culture Love said, that's my first and last time agreeing with that woman. Samira says she'll be taking a nap during the inauguration. What are y'all going to be doing during the inauguration? That's what we want to know. Put in the chat, what will you be doing next Monday? What time is the inauguration? 12 o'clock? It's a specific time that they have to have the swearing in. I think it's around sometime at the 12 o'clock hour or something like that. What will you be doing during the inauguration? I'm just saying. Okay, Ivy. Kay Ivy got up off of some woman's box long enough to say something. Oh, she said she gonna fly her flags at full mast on inauguration day. Child. Mess. Jams Anita say, baby, I'm celebrating Dr. King. We ain't got this kind of fuck time. We're gonna be blasting happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. And we'll be blasting. Sing, celebrate. For a king, celebrate. Sing, celebrate. We'll be singing all of that. What we won't be doing is watching all of the fuck shit going on down to the Washington, D.C. I'm just saying. Angela say, I'm gonna be doing something gay as fuck. And who go check me? Diamond Pro Jim say, I'm watching Netflix. I don't have that type of time. Xavier say he'll be working and waiting for Trade to be there when he get home. I'm just saying. Demetrius says she'll be somewhere getting higher than telephone wires. I know that's right. Hey Tracy, you skipped my class yesterday, man. What the hell you been at? Tracy C says, I'm going to be in the back with my feet on the ceiling. You know, not you gonna be on your back with your feet on the ceiling. You know what? I'm not doing this with Tracy today. Child. Quake say, I'm doing the same thing I do every day. I ain't got time to be changing up my routine. I'm not going over there. That's what Quake said. Tarshell said, I'll be on a girls trip with my rich best friends. We doing rich people stuff. I know that's right. Child. She let's be clear. That's her ponytail, okay? You know how men marry a woman and that becomes their beard? In Kay Ivy's case, that man is her ponytail. That's what that is. Mm-hmm. You know, when the lesbian they marry a man just, to placate to, societal norms, that becomes their ponytail. So men have a beard, the lesbians have a ponytail. So that man is her ponytail. That's it. That's all. I'm just saying. Jay Thomas is about to be a mayonnaise fest. I'm just saying. Child. She came down and you ain't push her into the grave. You were supposed to see her and push her down, push her right into that good grave. Going on over there to the funeral, push her in. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Anyway, Michelle, we love you down, girl. You know you could do no wrong. Michelle could do no wrong. So we here for you, Michelle. And dare bitch to say something. The way we gonna windmill in these streets, if a bitch say a fuck thing about Michelle, baby, we'll fuck all you hoes up. Say the wrong thing about Michelle, see if we don't fuck you up. In other news of black women in positions of power, that's Rashida Jones, president of MSNBC. So it's being announced that she's stepping down. Let me read this to you. NBC president Rashida Jones says she is stepping down after 4 years leading the liberal news network. Her move coming on the eve of a second Trump administration and after changes in corporate ownership. Jones, in a memo to staff on Tuesday, said that she is leaving to, quote, pursue new opportunities, end of quote. She'll be replaced on an interim basis by Rebecca Cutler, a former CNN executive who joined MSNBC in 2022. In Jones's tenure, MSNBC has generally displaced CNN as the second rated cable news focused network behind Fox News Channel. Its ratings are sharply down since Donald Trump's elections. MSNBC's lineup has remained fairly consistent, with Jones, the first black executive to lead a cable news network, um moved from the NBC News to take who moved from NBC News to take over at MSNBC in 2021. Former Biden administration's press secretary Jen Psaki was her first highest profile addition to the network. And it goes on and on and on about her and her career. They haven't officially named someone to replace her. They just have somebody there in the interim. I am saddened to see Rashida Jones leave. She and somebody's gonna name her. What's my girl who was the president of ABC? Oh God, I can't think of the black woman. But there were maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, you started in and around 2020, 21, maybe as early as late 2019. You started to see some black women that really started to rise to executive C-suite positions, down to some of these major television networks. And many of them are no longer there or are being pushed out. And it's a sad thing to see. I hate to see Miss Jones leave, but when she did make it better while she was there. Um, some things that happened there were above her, even though they should not have been. You know, they try to do things to sabotage us as black people, but she did take them from being the number 3 rated cable news network to the number 2 rated cable news network behind Fox News. So they did surpass CNN with the ratings and stuff like that. But recently, in the in the wake of this November elections, things have started to plummet. And that was choices of people around her, not necessarily because of her leadership. Channing Dungy, thank you. Um, thank you for that, Xavier. So uh uh sorry, y'all. Anyway, but I hate to see Rashida, I hate to see her go. But I applaud her for what she did. What I'd love to see is, you know what I would really love to see? Let me tell y'all what I would love to see. All of these great black women who have done great things on some major television networks. I'd love to see them all come together, put their powers together with the money and backing of maybe like a Byron Allen, who's been trying to buy a major television network, and come up with their own. Either, remember Byron Allen was trying to buy BET and they wouldn't let him. They kept coming up with things. So I say, come up with our own that'll be completely black owned and black run and have great programming. I think that's why we need. Oh, y'all, sorry. My nose. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right, y'all, I'm back. What I envision is, think about late 90s where BET was, when you had when they were doing scripted programming, they were doing the black music. They even had the nightly BET nightly news when it was Tavis Smiley, and then went to Jackie Reed, or something that could give us a place where we can go and we could get a lot of things. You could entertain the young people with, with the music and culture and pop culture stuff. You can make sure you tackle political things. You can have scripted shows. You would have a network where nightly you could really get a lot of things done. um and it could be all ours. It could be all ours. We have the know-how, we have the experience, we have the people to do it. We even have the backing. Like I said, Byron Allen has been trying to buy a major news network for some time now, and I've always said, if they won't give it to you, build your own and put competent people to run it. There are several of them, and let's pay them accordingly. So I'd love to see something like that, because we need a place where we can go and we know that people have our best interest at heart. And I mean, you could really, what I have in my brain, you could do a whole lot of stuff. You could do stuff with sports, politics. If it was our own network, you have 7 day a week, 24-hour a day programming that you could do. You could do something with sports, like on the weekends, have things that highlight HBCU football games and things like that, or HBCU basketball season or baseball season with sports on the weekend. You could do political news on the weekend, like they have the Sunday shows where they do politics Sunday morning. You could do that. You could do nightly news and have nightly news anchor. You could have your evening scripted programming. It's a lot we can do. Hey Fran, hey Volvo, what's up, Cookie? Um, on 2018 to 2012 to 2018 was okay, but on it was kind of limited. And Xavier, you may not have been around before Robert Johnson sold BET. There was a lot of great things there. Even when Deborah Lee first took over, even though Bob Johnson had already sold it, but still, even in the first when he first sold it, there was still a lot of good stuff. But then it quickly went downhill after that. Quickly went down here. That had the round table. I'm trying to think. Was that Jackie Reed? No, it wasn't Jackie Reed. Jackie Reed did the nightly news. Um, I'm trying to think, Ronald. I don't remember. You talk about, is that Teen Summit that you talk about, Ronald? Anyway, but my point being, there's a lot of competent black women that could do this and not sell out, like Xavier said. Don't build up this great thing and then say, oh, let me just sell it off to the highest bidder. Because once you build something great, the white people, the people descended from the Caucasus Mountains, will come a knocking trying to buy what you built and then tear the shit up. That's the problem. We always build great things. The people descended from the Caucasus Mountains bring their asses and say, ooh, I like that. And they buy the shit, but can't run it as good as we run it. And they tear the shit up. And now the shit goes to hell in a handbasket. Just a mess. Nah, the Baby Boy reruns didn't start going on until later. What happened was they started to do away with things one at a time. Because when people in positions of power became more white and started to try to dictate, There were a lot of things, Xavier, going on during that time. If you talk about the period from about 1998 to about a 2005, during that time period, all radio stations and news and cable news networks started to all come under like three umbrellas. All of the major television conglomerates that you have now started forming very late 90s into the early 2000s. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to have all of this. So you started to see all of the same programming on everything. On the radio, you started to hear all of the same songs on all of the black radio stations. And even when they started buying, because think about, ESPN was its own entity, and then it was bought out by Disney, if you understand what I'm saying. Before Universal bought out everything, everybody were their own entities, even the radio stations, and they started to be bought out. um and those that tried to stay the course and not be bought out, things were put in place to kind of force and cause them to sell it, because the white people don't play fair. That's kind of what happened. So anyway, but Rashida, we hate to see you go, girl. We still love you down. Here's a story that might be a trigger warning for some of you all that may have young children or relatives that may be young. Let me read this to you. A Florida teacher accused of slashing a 5-year-old student's face with a ruler is now facing one felony count of child abuse after initially blaming the child for the injury. The teacher, 25-year-old Krishawn Nicholson of Aspire Preparatory Academy in Miami Gardens, maintained the child cut himself while playing with a pencil in class. But prosecutors say they have a video of Nicholson admitting to the assault. Quote, the allegations are that she hit a 5-year-old with a ruler. The 5-year-old required medical treatment, and there's a video where she said, quote, I did pop him, end of quote. A prosecutor said in court on January 10th. The incident took place at the suburban K through 5 charter school. I know exactly where that is. I know exactly. That's right up the street from my house in Miami Gardens. Anyway, let me shut up. Um The incident took place at the suburban K through 5 charter school on the morning of November 19th. When Nicholson contacted the victim's mother, she said her son had been playing with a pencil and, quote, got cut near his eyebrow, end of quote. According to the police documents, the young boy was sent home with a deep gash that required a trip to the hospital and 3 stitches. Quote, this was a gash. This wasn't just a hit. This wasn't just a minor cut that you can put a band-aid on. This was a deep cut that required him to get stitches, in the quote. According to the mother, the boy told her on the way to the hospital that the teacher had hit him with a ruler, and the hospital's medical staff also stated a pencil could not have caused the injury. Quote, he did admit he was playing around and the teacher was yelling at him and frustrated because he was not listening. End of quote. That's what the mother told news outlets. After 2 days of back and forth with the school, the mother reported the alleged incident to Miami Gardens police, which prompted an evaluation by Child Protective Services. The boy then demonstrated to investigators how Miss Nicholson allegedly struck him, according to news outlets, and the mother provided police with a video of her son repeating the same story. Miss Nicholson turned herself in on January 9th and left a Florida jail the next day after posting a $5,000 bond. Although she was ordered to stay away from the boy, she is free to continue teaching. She is free to continue teaching. She just is ordered to stay away from the boy. According to the judge, quote, I'm not going to order her that she can't work in her profession because this could be an isolated incident. No matter how frustrated you are, you shouldn't take it out on that child to where now this child to where now this child, it could have been his eye. It was so close to his eye. Then he would have been blind for the rest of his life. Then what? End of quote. And that's what the judge said. Many are questioning how she's still allowed to teach given the severity of the incident. Listen. Now, that school is not a public school. It is not a public school. Let me say that. That is not a public school. It is not a part of Dade County Public Schools at all. At all. So I will say that. So there are different rules for them, since they're not a part of the public school system. So there are different requirements there. Did you make a before the late? No. No, you didn't, Jay Wash. You over there laid up with Trade, and you can't even be to my class on time. Hey, Chloe. Cha. Girl. Cha. Anyway, I don't know. She'll be back in the classroom, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. This story is is a heart-wrenching story that's in our Sugar Spike segment, but nevertheless, we're here. Federal prosecutors told family members Tuesday they will not, I repeat, will not bring charges in the deadly 2019 arrest of Black motorist Ronald Greene, closing the books on a lengthy FBI investigation into the white troopers who stunned, punched, and dragged Greene on the roadside, and allegations of an attempted cover-up by the Louisiana State Police. We covered this story. I believe it was in 2020 we covered this story. We absolutely covered it. If you remember, they stunned him and they started punching him in the face and literally drug him up and down the streets. The man ended up passing away. There was a whole cover up. We talked about this. This was sent down to the FBI and the feckless ass Department of Justice and the FBI, all controlled by weak punk ass Merrick Garland, have now come back and said that they will not bring charges on those Louisiana State Police. The U.S. Justice Department informed Greene's family of the decision, as officials were also preparing to release findings from a broader civil rights investigation that found a pattern of state troopers using excessive force, according to two officials familiar with the inquiry. The officials spoke to the Associated Press on conditions of anonymity because they could not publicly discuss details ahead of an announcement expected later in the week. That, quote, pattern or practice, end of quote, inquiry, launched in 2022, followed an Associated Press investigation that found Greene's arrest was among at least a dozen cases in which state troopers and their bosses ignored or concealed evidence of beatings, deflected blame, and impeded efforts to root out misconduct in the agency. In one case, a white trooper pummeled a Black man 18 times with a flashlight following a traffic stop, leaving him with a broken jaw, broken ribs, and a gash to his head. Quote, there's no closure here, end of quote. And that's what Greene's mother said, told the AP after a meeting with the prosecutors. She went on to say, quote, I knew it was coming. They're just pouring sugar on shit, end of quote. The Associated Press's reporting also turned up state police violence against white suspects, including one beaten beyond recognition. Troopers shared the man's photographs in jeering text messages saying he, quote, shouldn't have resisted, end of quote, and joking that his injuries had been caused by a fall following his 2019 arrest. Federal prosecutors opened grand jury investigations into some of the cases, but closed most of them without charges. In the Greene case, they wavered for years on whether to indict the troopers captured on graphic body camera footage. There is body camera footage. We saw it back then. Let me say that again. They wavered for years on whether to indict the state troopers on graphic body camera video swarming his vehicle following a high-speed chase outside Monroe, Louisiana. The body camera footage withheld by officials for 2 years, but published by the AP in 2021 showed troopers swarming Greene even as he appeared to raise his hand, plead for mercy, and wail, I'm, quote, I'm your brother. I'm scared. I'm scared, end of quote. Troopers repeatedly jolted Greene with stun guns before he could even get out of the car, with one of them wrestling him to the ground, putting him in a chokehold, and punching him in the face. Another called him a, quote, stupid motherfucker, end of quote. They then ordered a shackled Greene to remain face down on the ground, a prone restraint that experts say could have dangerously restricted Greene's breathing. State police initially blamed the 49-year-old's death on a crash following a high-speed chase over a traffic violation. But that explanation was called into question by photos of Greene's body on a gurney showing his bruised and battered face, a hospital report noting he had 2 stun gun prongs in his back, and the fact that his SUV had only minor damage. Even the emergency room doctor questioned the trooper's initial account of a crash, writing in his notes, quote, does not add up. It goes on and on. We really went into some detail on this when we covered it back then. But this is the problem with with the Justice Department. If we have no accountability, no one that's willing to hold law enforcement accountable when they commit crimes, we don't have anybody right now. We're talking about under the Biden administration. The Justice Department is unwilling to do anything to curtail law enforcement murdering, maiming, and the genocide and brutality against Black bodies. There's been nothing to stop this and curtail this at all from this Justice Department. So if there's nothing now, how do you think they're going to be fucking emboldened come January 20th after 12 o'clock when now they have someone who has said, please go ahead, kill them all, beat them all, maim them all. You will be you'll be okay. You'll be acquitted. It'll be it'll be pushed to the side. We'll look past that. Matter of fact, we'll applaud you. Mess. I'm just saying. Mess. Who are you talking to, James? I don't know you. You look like you're new here. I'm not. I don't. What are we talking about? I'm not going to address you. I shouldn't say I'm not going to address. I'm addressing you now. But you want to know what I'm going to say? What am I going to say? Am I going to fucking say something? Yes. What I'm going to say is, I don't have to deal with the likes of you. I'm sure that somebody with the with the blue hall monitor sash will handle you appropriately. I don't have to really be bothered with obliging you with anything. You can go talk to my friends. They have blue hall monitor sashes. They may want to have a conversation with you. Go over there and talk to them. They'll take care of all of your needs. Anything you need, just go talk to one of them. They'll handle it. I'm sure. Sure, they'll handle it. Anyway, in more news, where right, bye, James. I don't even know who James is, but girl, I'm sure the hall monitors, they'll handle you appropriately. Girl, these girls be mad. Child. Care. So in another travesty of justice, this. Let me read this to you. It was after midnight when Georgia cops spotted a black man doing his job by sweeping the exterior of a business in a strip shopping mall and arrested him for loitering and prowling after he refused to identify himself, which was his constitutional right, considering officers had no reasonable suspicion he had committed a crime in the first place. The charge was dismissed several hours later when a lieutenant reviewed the arrest report and told officers they must release him because it was an unlawful arrest. His mugshot, however, is still posted online as if the charge is still pending. His name is David Smiley, and he is now suing the Glenn County Police Department over his unlawful arrest, accusing officers of violating his Fourth Amendment rights by unlawfully detaining, searching, and arresting him, as well as assault and battery, false imprisonment, and failing to intervene when the commanding officer at the scene allowed the arrest to proceed. Defendants listed in the lawsuit are Glenn County police officers Kyle Garcia, Victor Ramirez, and Kenneth Miller. Smiley's unlawful arrest shows how police in the country continue to use, quote, black code, end quote, laws, which were created in the South during the Jim Crow era to oppress recently freed enslaved black people, to target innocent black people who have committed no crimes, including arresting black people for loitering on their own property. Listen, there's about to be more and more and more of this. And while I don't think any of us here had to live through Jim Crow, we have to come to the realization that what we're about to experience probably in the next 4 years, and perhaps even longer than that, is about to take us back to Jim Crow periods. It's about to take us back to some of the same restrictions that we had during the Jim Crow periods, the same black codes that our grandparents and great grandparents had to deal with back then. This is what we're about to experience. And it's a lot of people who don't seem to care until it's their turn to experience it. We have to prepare ourselves. In our last sugar spiky story of the day, this is the story of a young woman named Davina Ricketts, excuse me. A federal appeals court decided this week to allow Davina Ricketts, a former North Carolina high school student, to continue pursuing her racial discrimination lawsuit against the Wake County Public School System, its Board of Education, and numerous school officials. Ricketts alleges that school and district officials did not intervene and were deliberately indifferent to the racial harassment and cyberbullying she endured from other students during and after a student council election in 2016. The decision of the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals on Tuesday reversed a trial judge's order in 2022 dismissing Ricketts' lawsuit and sent it back to the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of North Carolina. Ricketts was a sophomore at Enloe High School in 2016 when she decided to run for student council, quote, in hopes of remedying its lack of diversity, end of quote. Instead, she was met with racial harassment and bullying from her peers. That included being compared to a cockroach and having her name purposely left off the ballot. In her amended complaint filed in 2021, Ms. Ricketts chronicled multiple instances of alleged discrimination against herself and 3 other black classmates who ran for student council. The campaign posters and promotional book bag tags for the 4 black students were defaced, ripped, and thrown around the school building, she claims, while the campaign materials of white students were not. When election day came, Ms. Ricketts discovered her name and the names of the other 3 black candidates were not on the junior class ballot. The omission was explained by a school official as a technical glitch with the election website and an inadvertent error by a student in charge of updating a Google Doc listing the candidate's name. But Ms. Ricketts told school officials it, quote, looked like discrimination to her, end of quote. Her complaint said the school principal and other officials refused to talk to the black students and their parents about their concerns and ultimately decided to hold a new election, including requalifying, campaigning, and making speeches instead of simply correcting the ballot. This change angered many students who hurled accusations in the hallway that, quote, black kids caused a re-election, end of quote, and other comments that made Ms. Ricketts feel physically threatened. The day after the election was postponed, a frustrated student allegedly made a bomb threat at Enlow High School, which Principal Scott Lyons dismissed as a, quote, prank, end of quote, and did not investigate, as was the case for a second bomb threat a couple of weeks later. The complaint notes that 8 African American students were arrested in 2013, quote, under Lyons' watch for a real prank, end of quote, involving water balloons, but no such arrests were made for these pranks. Other students immediately started cyberbullying Miss Ricketts by labeling her as, quote, one of the angry black girls, end of quote. Some Enlow High School students posted race-based hostile comments on Twitter and elsewhere, including one that said, quote, black students could not run for student council because their GPAs were too low, end of quote. Miss Ricketts was only one of the original 4 black students in her class to run for election a second time. Her campaign materials were again destroyed while white students' materials remained intact. After the bomb threats, the cumulative harassment and hostile environment made her fearful to attend school. Her mom emailed school and district officials who complained that black students were being targeted and harassed about the election and asked them to, quote, address expectations of equality, end of quote. When they didn't respond, she wrote an email to tell them, quote, you have a racial divide on your hands, end of quote. A local news outlet ran a story about the student council election, including an interview with the mothers of Miss Ricketts and other black students who were quoted saying, quote, they believe the color of their children's skin led to the ballot exclusion, end of quote. It goes on and on. There's about 6 pages of things that these students had to deal with in this at this school. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I encourage you to go and read this in its entirety. It chronicles so much here as to what really was taking place with these students. I tell y'all all the time, monitor what's going on at your kid's school. So many times we aren't aware of what our students and our kids are going through because they suffer in silence a lot of times. Too many times our kids, black kids, have to suffer in silence, put on a happy face, go back to school the next day, and endure crippling discrimination and bigotry and racism. So we have to continue to monitor what's going on and believe them when they tell us, hey, there's something going on. Believe them, because I can tell you, when they get to the point where they will actually tell you what's happening, that means that they've probably endured many other things that have now gotten them to the point where they say, hey mom, hey dad, hey aunt, uncle, grandmother, family, friend, loved one, this is going on. And when it's like roaches, and when you see one roach, there are hundreds of them. If they tell you one instance where they've had some type of racial injustice happen to them, there have been dozens of them by that point, I can tell you. So my heart goes out to that family. I hope they get every dime from these lawsuits. In other news, as we delve deeper into the dossier, so there is a trend now with the impending banning of TikTok. There is now a silent protest where TikTok users are now purposefully going to a Chinese-based social media app. Now, this is coming from the Associated Press. Oh, wow. My nose is still running. Dear God, hold on, y'all. All right. So, in a silent protest to the United States government that made this happen, this is what's happening. As the threat of a TikTok ban looms, U.S. TikTok users are flocking to Chinese social media app. I can't pronounce this. I think it's Xiaohongshu. I'm going to say it's Xiaohongshu, making it the top downloaded app in the U.S. Some of the TikTok refugees, as they call themselves, say the TikTok alternative, a Chinese app, is being chosen in protest of the TikTok ban. The U.S. Supreme Court is due to rule on a law that stipulates TikTok must be divested from its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, by January 19th or face ban in the U.S. over national security concerns. After the justices seemed inclined to let the law stand, masses of TikTok users began creating accounts on Xiaohongshu, that's what I'm going to call it, including hashtags such as quote, hashtag TikTok refugee or hashtag TikTok to their posts. Since Monday, the app has become the top downloaded free app on Apple's App Store in the US. Xiaohongshu, which in English means Little Red Book, is a Chinese social media app that combines e-commerce, short video, and posting functions. The app has gained traction in China and other regions and countries with a Chinese diaspora, such as Malaysia, and Taiwan in recent years, racking up 300 million monthly active users, a majority of whom are young women who use it as a de facto search engine for products, travel, and restaurant recommendations, as well as makeup and skincare tutorials. The hashtag TikTok refugee topic has racked up over 160 posts on the app, many of which are videos of American users introducing themselves and asking for tips on how to navigate the app, which they are calling Red Note. Xiaohongshu did not immediately respond to requests from news outlets at all. Anybody, I know I saw a couple people said that they have it. Aquarius goddess says she has it. I haven't been over there. I don't know anything about it. I don't really be on TikTok like that. So um I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Maybe this red note or whatever they are calling it, maybe it'll catch on. Maybe it'll be an alternative. Maybe at the 11th hour, they'll find a way to not make TikTok go away. It doesn't seem as if that's going to happen. We'll see. Anybody else besides Aquarius Goddess on there? I can put the name. This is the name of the app right here. This is the name of the app right here. According to Culture Love, it is anti-LGBTQ. I could see that if this is a Chinese-based app, China does not allow a lot of LGBTQ plus promotion in their social media and on the internet. They just actually don't. They really don't. Okay, you're on red. No, okay. Okay. Tracy, you say your husband is a TikTok influencer? Okay. Well, it might be going away. I don't know. Candace says she wouldn't want to download it because of what she do. I gotta read some more on it and vet it out before I go over there. Um Universal Goddess, I just got Discord this week. Let's take it one step at a time, okay? I just got Discord. Let me learn that first, and then we might go over there. Listen, I gotta go do some research on it and vet it out. I haven't said whether I'm gonna go over there or not yet. I barely use TikTok at all. Anyway, y'all's queen has come out with a statement. Now, today is January 14th. The Beehive was eagerly anticipating whatever announcement she was going to make. Here's what she had to say as the Beehive sat at their computers and phones at 12 midnight waiting for an announcement from their queen. Here's what she said. Quote, the January 14th announcement will be postponed to a later date due to the devastation caused by the ongoing wildfires around the areas of Los Angeles. I continue to pray for healing and rebuilding for the families suffering from trauma and loss. We are so blessed to have brave first responders who continue to work tirelessly to protect the Los Angeles community. To join our efforts in supporting those impacted, please visit, I think that's hashtag be good. Um, that's what y'all queen had to say. I don't know what her announcement was. I don't really care. I wasn't checking for it. I wasn't looking for it. But I mean, y'all y'all were out here speculating that she was about to announce a tour. She was about to announce what is it, chapter 3, project 3, something number 3. I don't know. Album number 3, something number 3, y'all kept saying. I don't know. Xavier, this is your people. What is your queen? What was your queen supposed to be announcing, Xavier? Inquiring minds want to know. Hey, lovely 31 blueprint. Xavier, don't get quiet now. What was your queen about to announce? Matter of fact, hold on for a moment. Xavier, you ain't gonna get out that easy. Click the link, Xavier, because you always got some shit to say about your queen. Hit the link, Xavier. What had happened, Xavier? I think she wasn't ready. I don't think it have nothing to do with the fires and devastation. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think she just wasn't ready. I don't buy it. Because here's the deal. We don't know when these fires are going to be contained. She ain't never stopped for no other natural disasters. They ain't never stopped up before. Y'all notice how Xavier ain't got nothing to say? You see he ain't clicked the link yet, right? Just like his queen wasn't ready. That she told us when she brought her ass out there and did that half-ass performance on Christmas Day, December 25th, gave us that meh halftime show, and then told the people January 14th, and now we here January 14th, and she ain't got shit, and wanted to say, oh, we're postponing it because of the devastation from the wildfires. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. They ain't got the coins now and may not have the coins in the foreseeable future, because if they've been devastated by wildfires, guess what? They ain't gonna have the money no time this month. I mean, no time this year They're not gonna have the money no time this year. So I know she ain't postponing, waiting for them to get some money. These people have had their whole lives devastated. But guess what? We have so many other communities that have had their whole lives devastated. What about the people over there in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia and Florida that have been devastated by hurricanes Helene and Hurricane Milton? We don't have no mention of them, Ryan. I'm just asking. We don't have no mention of them. When we had the fires that wiped out damn near an entire city in Hawaii. When was that? Last year? Or was it last year or a year before last? When damn near a whole city was damn near wiped off the map in Hawaii. Complete, utter devastation. People had to jump into the ocean to keep from dying. She ain't said a goddamn thing. Matter of fact, Mama went on to do a whole damn tour and announced said tour and didn't postpone shit. I just get real confused when we be real selective on this. I just be real confused. Hawaii was before the Renaissance tour. Hawaii was before the Renaissance tour, let's be clear. The city in Hawaii got burned down before the Renaissance tour. I'm just asking. Y'all really be out here windmilling. That's what I'm saying, Angela. It ain't no goddamn tour. I'm just saying. But they be over here caping for their queen. They be over here caping for their queen. I'm just saying. Child. That's what I'm saying. Oh, we're not. So you're saying when they haven't picked. So we're saying she's not going on tour. She's not going on tour. What was she going to announce? I just want to know. Look at Darren coming out the bushes. Darren, do you want to come up and offer some insight on this? Since Xavier is scared as hell, because y'all over here windmilling for y'all queen Beyonce. I just think whatever it was, she wasn't ready. I don't think it got a fuck thing to do with no goddamn. Oh, we're postponing it because we feel so horribly about what's happening in Los Angeles. It's in solidarity with my Beehive members in LA. Save it, honey. No, I do not have no unconditional. There's no unconditional caping for anybody. And y'all know that. I done drug Janet and Mariah over here. What you got to say?
Because what we not gonna do is this. What we not gonna do, okay, is I knew, Beyonce can't win. She really cannot win for losing. Had she gave the announcement, not pay that $2.5 million, y'all would have dragged her. Now she done donated. It was crickets.
Nope. Yesterday, I was over here and I applauded her. I did a whole thing on her. I said, you know what? This is why I like Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about her giving the money. I was not quiet. We talked about that over here. When the woman does good stuff, I talk about it. I ain't got no problem over there talking about it. But this seems real suspect Beyonce.
I mean, but what do you think is going on then? Like, I thought it was weird that she made this little postponed situation. I took it as if she would have came out with the announcement, because we know what they did when she made her announcement during Usher's Super Bowl. They was like, oh my gosh, she's taking her moment. It
was completely disrespectful.
Okay, and they would have dragged her if she would have made this announcement during these damn fires. People's houses out there freaking burnt up and gone, and you want to sit there and promote some goddamn music or a tour or whatever she was doing.
Look at Harold. Look at Harold.
They would have dragged him. They would have, they would have dragged her. You want to be Beehive so bad, Teddy? It's okay. Come and get it. Okay, get with the winning team. Come on, Harold.
I'm not doing this with Harold. I'm not doing this with Harold. Harold! Girl!
Listen. I just had to stop by because I just popped in. I was in the butcher shop. I was like, then I saw Beyonce. I was like, oh Lord, what he saying, Chad?
My thing is, they got so many conspiracy theories on what this woman was gonna do. What was gonna happen? It couldn't have been a tour day. There's no way you're gonna make me believe she's supposed to be a tour announcement.
It could have been Act 3. It just makes the sense. I mean, she's doing this 3-part act, you know, or maybe it could have been like an announcement to the movie, like the visuals. I don't know, child. I'm just like, damn, Beyonce, like you ain't gonna give us a date, like a new date.
Let's be clear. Whatever announcement it was, first of all, we have no idea when the wildfires are going to be over. None at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think as she come out with this announcement, it would have been a whole lot of backlash. You understand what I'm saying? And that's not being disrespectful to the people in Los Angeles, because the woman did the right thing. The woman made sure she highlighted what was going on. She gave millions of dollars. She helped, with a duly established fund. She did what she was supposed to do. Had she come out with an announcement today, I think it would have been okay. I wouldn't have had no problem with it.
Well, I mean, I think somebody's always going to say some stuff. People are always going to say things.
Right. They're going to say stuff regardless.
They're going to say
stuff. There could have been nothing going on, and they still would have had something to say.
Yeah, already confirmed, reserved the arena. Yeah, and in regards to the conversation that was happening beforehand, yeah, I mean, you're not going to stop a tour because some stuff is going on. I mean, people pay for that tour. I mean, we know pre-sale, all that other stuff. You playing people money if you want to cancel a tour, because I get it. This is a pretty big travesty. But I feel like if Beyonce was on tour now, the tour would still be going on. She wouldn't cancel that tour because no fire.
Exactly.
She'll probably cancel in California.
Los Angeles.
Yeah. But this is just an announcement. This is not. I mean, we don't know what she could be selling. Goddamn t-shirts.
Right.
That could have been their damn announcement.
Honestly. It could have been an announcement that, I got a new. Me and Blue Ivy got a new perfume line, or
got a toothbrush line. A toothbrush line or some shit. Okay. I look, here's the thing. We also got to take into account that, because there was a comment also was like, oh, what about the other travesties that happened? We do know that Beyonce is charitable behind closed doors. Like, well, let's not forget about that too. Like, she does donate a lot, and she doesn't make it public. So, let me just throw that little monkey wrench out there, child.
I'm not. No. I'm not negating what she whether or not she gives to people. That I'm not negating. Mm-hmm. My issue is I don't believe her in her explanation as to why this was postponed. I don't believe that this was postponed because of the LA wildfires. That's what I'm saying.
What do you think then? Because I'm interested. I'm really interested.
I think whatever it wasn't ready. And this was a convenient
situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it depends. So what do you think isn't ready?
I don't know. I don't even know what she was going to do. But I'd rather her just put out and say the announcement is postponed until further notice. Mm-hmm. I feel like because she put that out there on that Christmas day, she knew you had to do something today because the Beehive was waiting at 12:01 by their phones and computers for
Okay.
whatever announcement.
Honey, it did not make an announcement until that damn morning. I'm like, honey, where you been at? I know you supposed to be here. You supposed to be somewhere. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. So I think I don't know.
It's
Yeah, look, you know,
Yeah.
Xavier. This woman can do no wrong in these people's eyesight. Okay.
Now Beyonce is never not ready. She is always ready. I think that I don't know. This was the first time that I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, we okay, well.
But that's why I prefer Beyonce do what she normally does. Beyonce don't do these. Oh, I'm announcing this on this day. Beyonce do this. We don't know, and you wake up in the morning and say, "Wait, bitch, that whole put out something." That's the kind of carrying on I like. I like that kind of carrying on.
Yeah.
The people wasn't expecting shit. Bitch, I got a whole album. Here you go. Wake up to my whole album.
Right.
That's the kind of carrying on I got. But this right here, I ain't like it, Beyonce.
Yeah.
And she's better than this. While I may not like Beyonce, all of her music, I don't dislike her as a person. It's the goddamn Beehive who I don't like.
Yeah, the fans, and no disrespect to anybody listening on here that is a Beehive. I feel like I'm part Beehive, but I'm not like Beehive to the point where I'm doxing you, I'm cursing you out, and just
these
like
people be doxing and stuff.
Talk about your
going to people's house.
Dead relatives, like the swarm and all that. No. I ain't like that, and I don't mess with stan culture like that either because it's just people get real ignorant.
Now, this I may be able to. Now, this sounds closer to something that I can believe. Maybe what she was going to do. Hey, L Love. Maybe what she was going to do involved LA. You know, and so she was like, "Let me not, announce this right now."
Right. I don't know. That would have been that makes sense because look, it was definitely nowhere to do whatever you were trying to do at because everything burnt the hell up.
Now, if you ask me my conspiracy theory, I can believe that because normally you do a tour after an album, or if you want to bump up your bank account. I'm going with the latter because that husband she got over there, Joe Camel.
Oh, not Joe Camel.
She may be looking to separate herself from him and to make herself more financially and fiscally solvent. I could see her saying, "Let me go on another tour, give me another few $100 million so I can leave his ugly ass and keep it the fuck moving." Now that I can see.
Come on now, come on. We waiting, Beyonce. We are waiting.
And it might have been a situation where it might have been a tour, and maybe the tour was going to start in LA. Maybe she was going to announce my whatever his name tour is kicking off in LA at the Coliseum. I don't know. I'm just
not the Coliseum, child. She better do it at the damn Dome. Now, if she do a Vegas residency, I know, girl. I'm gonna have to fly there.
So,
girl.
Beyonce is not a billionaire on her own. With her husband, yes. On her own, she's not.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. See, this is the delusions that we have going on with these people. This is the delusions.
Honey, we can look at Forbes. We gotta look. Come on, Forbes ain't lying.
Now, Rihanna is a billionaire. I believe the mayonnaise mama is a billionaire now too.
Who is the mayonnaise mama?
Taylor.
Yeah, and she freaking her
I think the mayonnaise mama is a billionaire now too. Beyonce is not.
All that damn CO2 she emitted from them damn private jets flying across that damn girl. But no one. But see, my thing is this, and my whole thing is this: the same energy do not be given to Taylor. I'm sorry to steer your ship in another direction, but I'm just saying, like, Taylor be getting into some shit.
Taylor fans don't be bothering me like the Beehive, like the Swifties. Now, I'm not saying they're not as
the Swifties.
rabid.
They're grand wizards.
I don't be over there listening to Mayonnaise Mama, so I don't have to interact with her. I'm black, okay? I don't deal with the Mayonnaise Mama. I don't listen to her music. Her people don't be around here. But the Beehive be around here bothering me. If they weren't over here bothering me.
Calling that girl Bay nigga. Like, like the freaking Swifties are freaking like they're the tiki torch people. Like they MAGA, all that. I don't mess with them. I think they worse than the Beehive. I think no, go on Twitter. They are all over Twitter.
So we'll see. You drink Starbucks?
No, but I buy they cups. What's going on?
Well, remember when the two black men were arrested because they was in Starbucks having a meeting, and Starbucks said, "Oh, well, you can't be in there." And they were like, "But you let everybody else be in here. Why the
Oh
fuck?"
yeah, I
Remember
remember
that
that.
whole situation?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Starbucks is now announcing, "Bitch, if you ain't buying shit, get the fuck out of our goddamn establishment."
Damn, whatever happened to Third Spaces?
I'm just telling you. You know how when your internet, for those people who work at home, your internet go out, you take your good laptop, going on down to Starbucks and get on the VPN and do some work down to the Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks say, if you don't come over here and pay this $25 for a small or a tall caramel macchiato, $25. If you don't pay this $25 for this tall caramel macchiato, bitch, we calling the police on you.
Can't be no damn drink this way. I think you're using the analogy.
I mean, it's damn near $25 for that goddamn coffee down to the Starbucks.
Girl, that's why I only get their cups, honey. I don't even drink coffee like that, first of all, but that's crazy. And that's also crazy because that's like, yeah, like Starbucks was meant for. I remember I did like tutoring sessions. Like I didn't tutor, like I was being tutored.
They've always had an open door policy.
Yeah.
But now they say, baby, they're mandating you purchase something. That's in order to sit down in a restaurant or use their restroom. That's what they said.
That's why, and I do get that because I love their cups are so classy. But I don't go there at all. Like fuck that place. The people that work there, they look down on you. I remember one time. Now, I was getting like they sell the strawberry water for like 15 cents or whatever. Like it was like a little thing that I saw on TikTok. And I wanted to go to Starbucks I was in the mall, so I was like, let me go to Starbucks 10th. I said, yeah, can I get the strawberry water? I know it's like the 15-cent one. This white twink looked at me up and down. Was like, really? I'm like, nigga, yeah, like I want the 50. And you know what? Add the fucking sandwich too. Girl, you trying to say, ain't nobody pour up here? No, they look at you up and down.
I'm just seeing this, L Love. I'm sorry, L Love. Listen, listen. You want our A1 day ones? We hate that that's happening to you, honey. Listen, let us know how we can help. If there's anything we can do, we certainly gonna keep you in our prayers and hope everything works out. We want to make sure you okay. Let us know you okay. Hopefully you don't have no injuries. We can get back, cars and stuff, but we need to make sure you okay.
Yeah.
So let us know you okay, and then the other stuff we can work out on the back end. Girl, we love you, girl.
I'm just reading the comment. Oh my God, I love. That is crazy. Yeah, it's people out here crazy. There's people out here.
Mm-hmm. Let us know if we need to ride at dawn.
For real.
We rides at dawn for our people. Hey, Quintessential. The vocal post-it note is in the news.
What? For what?
I mean, the vocal index card is in the news.
I need you to stop, honestly.
Because they calling this woman a vocal Bible. The vocal toilet paper roll is in the news. Girl. She is in the news. Okay. So she's finally getting her a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's supposed to happen next month on February 11th.
Girl, they give it to
She'll
anybody.
receive her star.
They give it to goddamn anybody. Like
You
Brandy.
can buy your own at this point.
Oh, I'm about to buy mine tomorrow. Then shoot,
Now, I'm not going to deny that she has, done well as a recording artist. I'm not going to take that away from her. Now, Mama, I think she's deserving of one. And I don't have a problem with Brandy's vocals or her songs. I'll say this, I usually don't go for voices like her. I tell y'all all the time, I don't like those raspy, airy voices on women. I like it more on men than I do on women. But I'm okay with the fact that Brandy has a stellar career. I will never take that away from her. So is she deserving of a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Sure. They'd have gave it to some of these other people that's definitely not deserving of it.
Yeah, I mean, let me look back. Let me not be a hater, child.
Look at this shit.
Deserves.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Wait.
The woman is the vocal index card, okay? The vocal paper towel. That's what she is. Here's a roll of paper towel. The vocal paper towel. Not even the full size paper towel. The selector size paper towel. This is what she is. The vocal selector size paper towel.
I need you to stop.
Lord. Vocal Bible. Child.
I wish you get that title from. I'm just curious.
Whitney did not pass no torch over to no goddamn Brandy. I really want you to stop that, Xavier. Please stop. Please stop, sir. Please. She doesn't even make it in my top 25.
Damn.
And I'm not trying to say Brandy can sing. I'm never going to say the woman can't sing. The woman can sing.
I mean, at least
but
top
y'all
50.
be going way too far. Talk about she's the vocal Bible.
Yeah, no. It's too low. Like, why are you down there? Like, no, I'm sorry. Brandy is that, roundaway girl that played them classic R&B hits that was the hits in the hood and all that. And she had Moesha and she did some acting. No, I wouldn't say vocal. Cultural icon. Now, Teddy. Now you go on tangents about who's an icon, who not. I mean,
she's not. I would say Beyonce is much more of an icon than Brandy.
Okay, why are we even comparing? Obviously,
and I don't even like Beyonce like that. I like Brandy probably more than I like Beyonce.
No,
but I'm not. I'm not going to deny Beyonce and her accomplishments. And when I'm talking about totality of accomplishments. Now, the music industry right now in Brandy's era is not what it was, back in the day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beyonce injected in probably early to mid 90s would be nowhere where she is. I'm just being honest.
You said Beyonce would be nowhere?
Yeah.
Maybe Destiny's Child, but but Beyonce is I don't see Brandy at all when we're looking at Beyonce and all of her work, on all of her personas and everything. Like I don't see it at all.
I'm gonna say I can see Brandy because Brandy I'm not gonna reduce Brandy to just being a roundaway girl who was Brandy was a good singer.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy could sing. I ain't gonna never take that from her. She's an okay actress. She's a decent actress. I'll give her that. She's a decent actress. Beyonce cannot act at all. And I never want to hear Beyonce speak a word. What I want, what? This keep happening to my damn screen. Beyonce can definitely
Now, did you see Brandy in that recent horror film?
Have you seen Beyonce ever act in anything?
She did pretty decent in Dreamgirls.
No. Let's be clear. Stop that. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. She did not.
She was not in enough roles. Let's be very clear.
We don't want her in any more roles. Let's be clear. There's no reason to give her any more roles. Like if somebody gives Beyonce another major acting role, she needs to be fired. He or she needs to be fired. What they thought was going to happen, they thought that Beyonce could naturally matriculate to acting, kind of like Whitney Houston matriculated from singing to acting.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't happen. No, she did not do amazing in either one. Her acting is horrible.
Wait. Who said what? I'm late. Hold on.
She was horrible.
Cadillac Records. Oh, when she played Etta James.
Please stop.
So can somebody give me a fucking gin? No, that was good. That now, Teddy.
No. No means no, and yes means no. I'm not doing this with y'all. We got to move on. I'm not doing this with y'all. So there's a new world record out there. Oh, yes. Adult film star Bonnie Blue. She and Lily Phillips have become infamous for their sex marathons, right? For example, Lily Phillips went viral after she had sex with 100 men in a 24-hour time frame. Well, subsequently, she has been trying to expand, that's Lily Phillips, has been trying to expand that total to 1,000. However, it appears as though Bonnie Blue has already beaten her to the punch, or at least so she claims. In a new post on social media, Bonnie Blue alleges to have slept with 1,057 men in just 12 hours. She described the ordeal as, quote, literally just being like a rotating circle, end of quote. However, there is currently no concrete proof of the encounters and whether or not that many men were actually counted. It is truly unfathomable to think that this is real and that someone would legitimately try to put themselves through all of that. I listen. I don't understand. Like in 12 hours, 1,000 men. Like, what do they do? 2 pumps and out?
Ooh.
Like, how does that work? Who's over there keeping tallies on this? Hey, Uncle Jay. Like, who's keeping score? 1,057. That's a really exact number. 1,057 in 12 hours. Like, what's that? Pump and go, boom, boom, out, boom, boom, out. Like, I mean, like you literally had to have a line waiting. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm just saying.
Oh Lord, child.
I'm just. Can Darren? How is that possible?
I don't know, but I mean, look, nothing is impossible.
Now, Xavier, I get what you're saying. Maybe 3 at a time.
Not 3 at a time.
Because you got 3 holes. You could go mouth, cooter, booty hole. But still.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot going on. Even with 3 people at one time, that's still more than 300. I can't. 1,057 men, and these have to. And these are different men. Like, who signs up for that? Like, how am I in this line waiting to go stick my thing in this cesspool of vaginal juice, seminal secretions, and what the fuck ever else is, swimming in there. How is this possible?
Girl, I couldn't tell you, Jam.
Mm.
But
I'm
look
trying
at
to think. In a 12-hour period, what's the most I've had in a 12-hour period? I dare not say on here. I don't want people to judge me.
Ooh. Ooh.
But where would so Xavier says that foursome would require 355, one after the other. Like, right. And they would literally have, look at Bap. Don't judge me, Bap. You don't know my pain or what I've been through. But these people will have to be literally waiting in a line to say next, 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 next. Like, how is this working? And then somebody has to be keeping score and tally. Even if you did this, why is this something you want to celebrate?
Right. But look, I gotta get up out of here, child. I gotta get on FaceTime with some,
When something OnlyFans is appropriately on screen, so I guess you're going over there.
Oh no, I ain't going over there. I'm talking to somebody on the phone, girl.
Just asking. All right, girl. Thank you for coming over. We certainly appreciate you.
All right.
In our last story of the day, maybe they didn't, Ronald. I don't know. They could all be having sex with each other and then wander into her hole. You know what? Xavier! Girl! Whoopi Goldberg says, who are y'all to judge Carrie Underwood? Whoopi Goldberg says she ain't got no problem with that woman doing it. Now, Whoopi Goldberg, when she found out that Carrie Underwood would be singing America the Beautiful next Monday, she went on The View and gave her thoughts on it. She said, quote, I stand behind her. If I believe I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace, I believe she has the same right. End of quote. Now, she did say she's not really interested in the inauguration and won't be watching. But she says she stand behind her. And who are y'all to tell her that she can't? Listen. Nobody's surprised that the mayonnaise mom is going over there. If she want to go over there and sing for their God King, if she want to go over there and sing America the Beautiful for their God King, she can go over there and do that. Who am I? Who the hell am I to tell her she can't? I don't know. Go on over there, honey. If you like it, I love it. If it's good for you, it's great for me. Okay? Because I ain't got nothing to do with it. Anyway, whatever, Whoopi, we don't care. That's all I got. That is all I have. I have nothing else to give today. Let me take that back. We do have more to give today because we are going to be live at 8:30 for we'll be live at 8:30 for Red, Blue, and Black. So come back round at 8:30 for Red, Blue, and Black. That's all we got for today. Really B is about to go live. I'm about to send y'all over there. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I'm about to get out of here and go set up the live and prepare for Red, Blue, and Black. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out of here. I'll see y'all in a little bit.